Okay, let's watch it. Whoop! Fortnite clone fires studio head after game's humiliating reveal. Brackets, they're cooked. Close bracket. Oh boy, I can't wait.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today's video is jam-packed with a lot of gaming-related news, including some topics like EA coming out and explaining the real reason that Dragon Age the Veilguard failed so hard. Then we're going to look at the troubled release of Civ 7. Then we're going to look at Battle Pass trying to recruit non-binary gamers. And then we'll conclude this video with some more troubling information regarding the very soon-to-be released game Avowed. But first, we're going to start with this company and game right here, this stain on your screen called Project Ethos.
If you're trying to get into roguelike hero shooters in the year of our Lord 2025, you need a break. You need to find something else to invest money into. It's so bad.
It's an in-development roguelike hero shooter. Oh, thank God. We need more of those. There's only been about 400 of these in the last couple of years. But this is the game, and you can watch the preview video playing in the background. It's basically a Fortnite clone. And as always, when people try to basically go and copy what the big dogs are doing, it never...
I mean, people claim Palworld copies a lot of games. Again, it really depends. I think there's copies that are better than the original, within reason.
Never works out. You're not going to get a single Fortnite player to abandon their favorite game to go play Project Ethos, which, by the way, is just a downgrade. It's basically Fortnite with DEI higher characters in the game. They look like Concord characters. It's being called Concord 2.0. That is a very bad label. This
looks worse than Fortnite, low-key.
Now, what we're going to look at here is some crazy news that was just released today. So here's the headline. 2K Games fires studio head Michael Condrey after disappointing Project Ethos reveal. But the publisher says it's not giving up on the game or 31st Union, the developer. Now, this is wild. This is something you don't see very often, where the head...
Damn, he's got a very square face. He's powerful.
Is getting fired before it even releases. That's how bad things are for this game and its development studio. And it's based on this right here. This is really the only preview we have of this game. This was released back last year by IGN. Project Ethos, first hands-on impressions. And as you can see, gamers are going wild. They love this game. They're very impressed.
You can't even say that people bombed this over, like, outrage, because this was 3 months ago. I hadn't even heard about this up until this point. People already bombed it without the whole, oh, it's because of Twitter outrage. You can't even cope with that shit.
See the like-dislike ratio. 500 likes versus 6,300 dislikes. And as always, I like to point this out with examples like this. It's not just the terrible ratio in the like-dislike bar here. It's also the apathy. It's the lack of interest generally. I mean, look, it only has 60,000 views in several months. That's not very good, especially knowing that probably the overwhelming majority of people who clicked on this clicked on it to make fun of it and dislike the video. So that's a really bad sign. That shows right here that there's only a very small number of people who have any general interest in this game. And the comment section on this is absolutely hilarious. Let's read some of the comments. So, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? The generic YouTube type beat trap instrumentals playing in the background is the icing on the cake. Opens the video and hits play. Too. Free to play third-person hero extraction shooter with roguelike elements. Pauses video and leaves.
Extraction shooters died with God, what was that really old extraction shooter from like 2015 or 16? Yeah, when that one came out, I remember gifting it to someone. Yeah, The Division. Oh my God. I think they started falling the fuck off with Division 2.
Concord 2, creatively bankrupt. I've seen this games like this 400 times in the past 10 years. It's getting old now. How the hell?
The Division was not an extraction shooter? Are you out of your fucking mind? Yes, it is. You had to make me second guess myself because for a minute I was like, am I talking about the wrong one? It is absolutely an extraction shooter. What? You extract shit. The PvP zone was yes, and that's the only reason people play the game. I hate you. I hate you. You made me second guess myself over a 9-year-old game.
Or these games getting greenlit. It's literally
Who the fuck
a
plays
one-to-one
Division for the
Fortnite
PvE?
clone,
Are you out of your mind?
Pathetically, in a genre that every other company is trying to milk. Yeah, they have absolutely no shot. Like I said, you're not going to succeed by copying what's at the top. The people who are playing the games at the top aren't going to abandon those games for your ripoff. This never works. I don't understand why they do this. But here is the caveat to this whole situation. So you can see this company coming out and saying, oh, yeah, we got rid of our head over at this game at Project Ethos. We're
that's
rebranding,
not going to save
right?
you, man.
No, that's not what they're doing. You can see here, right? So 31st Union announced that this person is no longer the head. However, he's still going to be a part of the team and help build this game. He'll be transitioning his role in the short term to focus on advising on the future of Project Ethos. And they remain very
So he's not even really fired in reality.
committed to the forward
that.
path for Project Ethos and the
That's
people
awesome.
and culture of the 31st Union Studio. So basically, they didn't even really fire this guy, they just demoted him. And on top of that, they're saying, yes, everything's going horribly. Everyone hates our game. No one's genuinely interested in this game. But we're going to keep doing the same thing. Like, are they for real? Are they really this stupid? But you see these mentions of the culture at 31st Union Studio. And boy, is it an interesting culture. So I did some digging on 31st Union Studio and some of the partners they work with. And man, does all of this make sense. That's why we're getting a DEI higher version of Fortnite. Okay, we're getting Concord 2.0 because of this studio. So some people...
DEI version or not, Fortnite is something that you cannot copy because Fortnite, you know what Fortnite's doing now? They are doing spin-offs upon spin-offs of themselves. There's Lego Fortnite, there's that concert Fortnite, there's no-build Fortnite. You can't take Fortnite's ideas. They've already milked it dry.
I actually talked about this back when
There's
that
no
initial
way.
Teaser was released, and people were looking at the website of 31st Union, and you can see the classic, who are we? Well, they're a bunch of association of game makers driven by passion for our art and inspired by culture of inclusivity.
Uh-oh.
Yup. Modern audience type crap. We believe people will bring their best selves to work when they are treated equitably, can thrive
in a psychologically safe space. I have a newsflash for you. Most jobs are not psychologically safe, man. Like, in real life, something will make you uncomfortable. There's no such thing, and you can't make everyone happy in a company, bro. There's no way.
in a
You're living in a fantasy world.
psychologically safe space and feel that they belong. We actively seek diverse ideas, perspectives, and cultures in order to provide
Lord,
collective understanding, identify better solutions, and promote a more inspired world. Now, I went to their website, and it appears that this sort of language has been shifted around a little bit, but it's even worse now. It's even more DEI driven. So this is straight from 31st.
Honestly, it's funnier if it's actually more of a W for them to double down. I know this is gonna sound kind of silly, but them doubling down is funnier. Hiding like a pussy and rewriting stuff or deleting it is what Sweet Baby Inc. did. They deleted everything and hid. These guys are like, all right, I'm Giga Chad standing. I am inclusive and diversified.
Union's website. Who we are, once again. This time
Yeah,
they
at
say
least
we are an
they're
association
honest.
of game makers driven by
Sure.
passion for our inspired by a culture of inclusivity to build games that throw people everywhere. We cherish our studio independence and autonomy and value the
Wow.
collaborative support of incredible perks of Take-Two Interactive. wait a second,
That's
you've
a
probably
big
heard that name
studio.
Take-Two Interactive before. So here's their website. You can see they're involved with 2K as well.
Take-Two Interactive also made Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, Take-Two is involved in a lot of stuff.
As they're promoting the release of Civ
And
7,
Civ,
which we'll
yep.
talk about later in
Yep.
this video. Now, if you go to their website, you can immediately find their T2 diversity statement. Oh, I already know this is going to be great.
Yes!
Down here, they just list a bunch of just kind of generic nonsense, the slop you always expect when it comes to diversity rights. They want to have an inclusive workplace in which everyone feels respected, heard, and safe. They're going to work together on company
Safe is so subjective. I can't stand it when people use the word safe in a workspace. It is so subjective. Like, I understand not having people feel safe, like not wanting to be assaulted or called names at work. I totally get that. But if you're policing people's fucking tone and jokes, like, that's when you start pushing it, man.
sponsored service
And that's usually what it means by safe space in work environments.
projects and communities in which we operate, encouraging
Horrible.
individual volunteerism through philanthropic and matching donation programs, providing
Philanthropic? I think it's philanthropic.
financial and other support to organizations
tried.
working to eradicate social and racial injustice, working with organizations to support the rights of the LGBTIQ community and increase that community's representation in our industry, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's a whole lot of activism, obviously, and this is like what drives their company more than anything else. And if you want to see something that really will open your eyes to how crazy this all gets, I found this playlist on YouTube. Take-Two
Ooh, intersectionality. That's a good one. That's
DI
a good
series
one.
by
Here it
gay
comes.
gaming professionals. This is the most modern audience thing I have ever seen in my life. Okay, it is
Wait, gay gaming professionals. I bet you if you named what is it called? A channel, straight gaming professionals, you would get taken down so fucking fast. Yeah, you would probably get reported so fast, or you wouldn't be able to make an account. No straights. No, you're not allowed to be straight gaming professionals.
a literal DI series produced by people who are associated with Take-Two. It's unbelievable. Now you can see the videos here, right? Absolutely phenomenal. Allyship at Take-Two Interactive, world impact at Take-Two Interactive, intersectionality and belonging at Take-Two, and then this banger, right? Affirmations at Take-Two. Let's see this video, okay? Let's just listen to a little bit of the ideologue over here at Take-Two.
Take-Two Interactive is taking great strides in implementing their diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts.
Oh, Zynga!
This is just the
Woo!
beginning. Dedicated to the growth of creators, owners, and consumers of games, they will continue to provide, protect, and promote programs and organizations both within and outside the company to ensure the spectrum of diversity is ever expanding in the industry.
The world is waking.
What happened to just making games, dude? You know what I mean? What happened to just making games and not dedicating your main goal of your company to DI and all of this stuff? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how far things
I wonder how many thousands of dollars this took to shoot. Like camera equipment, like recording, editing. Yeah, getting all that together.
have gotten now. You can see this video was released a couple years ago, and now looking back at this in retrospect, it's so funny because this stuff is gone. This stuff is getting leveled across the industry. Nobody is supporting this garbage, but they're still holding on, right? The people who are proponents of this stuff, they're still holding on despite everyone openly rejecting this nonsense.
Up. There's a certain level
Well, it's because you're wrong, that's why. Yeah.
of consciousness, right, that we're seeing around us. I think that we're still learning what this means to design a business function to support diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Man, Red Dead Redemption 3 is gonna be so bad if it ever comes out. Oh man, oh no! Oh
It's
lord!
not it shouldn't be the the job of one person, right? This is really a significant lift across the board around learning and development, around talent acquisition. There's so much to consider as we.
So they're basically saying DEI is a business. They just straight up said it. It's a business. They're turning diversity, equity, and inclusion into a business. And
if it's a business, does that mean you're just selling a product and you don't really care about the thing that you're... Like, if you're going to make the argument of it being a business, aren't you just saying that, like, black people are products? I thought we stepped away from that a long time ago. I thought that was bad. Yeah. I'm not overthinking it. No, genuinely, because their entire ad was like saying, yes, we want to support minorities, but I thought that we stepped away from that.
This is something that's not just going to affect the related industries like the gaming industry.
It's coming
this is
back,
going to expand
That's
beyond
right.
those reaches into every walk of life. Doesn't that sound great? I am so glad we're rejecting this nonsense. And honestly, I couldn't even get through this 7-minute long video because the background music's way too loud. It's just a mess, right? It's just a mess. So that is Project Ethos, clearly influenced by a lot of woke companies out there and initiatives.
Yeah, but I want to see the actual like gameplay. I've not seen that yet. I would like to.
And it's showing because they are literally the DEI higher version of Fortnite, which is just a brutal label. Now let's go back to Dragon Age: The Veilguard. So there's been a lot of talk, especially after the very disappointing results of this game. EA, in a preliminary Q3 report, came out and said this game only had 1.5 million players, not units sold, 1.5 million players, and it was only about half of their expectations for this game and was a big pain point in their company. And hearing that news resulted in a 18% drop in EA's stock. It was very, very brutal. Now, a lot of people know the reasons for this and why this game failed so much, because it's such a departure from everything this game was about. It was about activism. It was about pushing an agenda, all while doing it in a very ham-fisted and poorly written way that was just so unappealing. But a lot of people are scrambling to find out the real reason why Veilguard failed. Social media has been trying.
I think my biggest gripe is that the main character interacts so often with, what's her name? Vosh? No, not Vosh. Slanosh? Tosh! Oh my god, I wasn't even... Why did I say Vosh? One of the main storylines of where you're defeating the big bad guy interlinks with Tosh and her or their, what is it called? Their identity crisis. I'm not even joking. You can't even argue and say, oh, well, if you don't want to interact with Tosh, you can just not do it. It is quite literally a foundation in the story where a big bad guy comes into the story and interacts with her, and it's about her identity crisis. Yeah. Oh my god!
And as you can see from the official Dragon Age Veilguard subreddit, Judd's ruined BioWare. Hope you assholes are happy for ruining the careers of many employees. If you didn't like it, all you had to do was ignore it and let the ones who do enjoy, but you had to review bomb and hate grift the game, and now BioWare is on its last legs.
The poor billion-dollar company is on its last legs, chat. Yeah.
You all must feel so proud and are edging to Asmongold videos in...
No, this can't be a real account. Hold on. Mobius Galaxy 99. This has got to be a troll account. Oh. The first thing I see them post is poop N-word fart balls. I think it's a troll. Yeah. They made a bunch of posts on Kingdom Come and saying I love gay porn. And yeah, I don't think it's real, but I mean must be, yeah, probably.
Celebration of EA gutting BioWare. What an amazing last sentence right there. But yeah, if I had a Reddit account, I'd update this one for its creativity. It's at least very entertaining, to say the least. But
for sure.
Clearly it wasn't the Chuds. Clearly it was something else, right? It couldn't be these things we're all mentioning here. EA has the answer through its president here. So EA suggests Dragon Age the Veilguard might have sold better if it was a live service.
No!
So what does that mean for Mass Effect 5? And here's the statement: increasingly seek shared world features and deeper engagement. That's
yes, Battle Pass with Mass Effect. So you need to have the Battle Pass to unlock more relationships with other characters. That sounds so poggers. That sounds amazing.
That's what they're going for here. You can see the statement: in order to break out beyond the core audience, games need to directly connect to the evolving demand of players who increasingly seek shared world features and deeper engagement alongside high-quality narratives in this beloved category. So yeah, EA's boss there, Andrew Wilson, is making it clear it was the lack of a live service option that led to the disappointment that was Veilguard. And to answer the question up here, you know, we know that's delusion, what he just said there. But to answer this question from Eurogamer, so what does this mean for Mass Effect 5? It means there's probably going to be a live service function, and this game's probably going to be very, very underwhelming and disappointing. That's what's going on here, and this is literally...
Not only do you pay $70 or $60 to play a single-player game, but on top of that, they want you to buy a battle pass for a single-player game. I love that. I love living in the future. If you told me that 20 years ago, I'd be like, you're lying. You're lying.
Literally the last breath of life for BioWare. If this is not a massive success, I think it's very safe to say they're cooked at this point. But let's move on to the next part of this video. So Battlefield, they're coming out with a new game, and they need some help, right? They need some testers to start playing some of the gameplay here. Well, how is that going to turn out? Well, as Endymion points out here in this tweet, the new...
By the way, for free, I'm sure.
New Battlefield game has opened its surveys for playtesters. I got sent this by someone in the playtest. Why does DICE want to know what your gender and ethnicity is when it comes to trying out their game? Why is my pattern recognition telling me that if you choose white and male, you'll have a lower chance of getting into those playtests? Aren't we past these things already? This info is not relevant to whether you are eligible to try out Battlefield.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Why is my pattern recognition telling me that if you choose white and male, you'll lower chances of getting into the playtest? I think that's a bit of a stretch. I don't know. I need to see, like, evidence of that in the past, because I've never heard of that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or not. Very weird. So you can see, here are the questions being asked.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure I filled out a survey by Dead by Daylight, which has LGBT flags as charms in the game that you can wear on your characters and stuff. I don't think they ask you, like, what gender you are before you fill out the survey, or it's just fucking female or male. I don't recall. I feel like I would remember that. Like, Dead by Daylight, of all things, man. What year? Literally this year or, like, last year? I don't know, it's just... How's it relevant? I understand if they ask you if you're female or male, because there are certain games that don't... They want to have a demographic statistical breakdown of people playing their game. I understand that. That's completely normal. Body type 1 or 2. Yeah, where's my body type 1 or 2? What if I have to self-describe myself as body type 2?
In the survey, you can see you can select non-binary, gender queer, and gender fluid.
I'm a fox.
Or you can even...
Can I say fox girl? Prefer to self-describe. I would pick this one and say Fox Girl.
Describe your own set.
Yeah.
If it's not on there, you can put whatever you want, whatever you identify as. If you identify as a tree, please let them know over at Battlefield. But you can see it continues on asking about which of the following best represents the way you describe your racial or ethnic identity. You can see the options here, and obviously there's something very interesting here because there's another screenshot that shows clearly the answers you have to this survey will impact the likelihood you're going to be accepted for the playtesting. Completing the survey might increase your chances of being selected for Battlefield Labs playtests. So at this
Completing the survey might increase your chances of being selected. I mean, that's pretty standard. Completing it, sure. I misheard. I thought it meant if you fill it out. That's normal. Bigotry, chat, chill the fuck out. Completing a survey for a beta test is fine. They didn't need to say this. What are you talking about? Asking for this in a survey is normal, but not in an application? Saying that you should finish the survey? Chat, you're kind of losing me. What are you talking about? Are you... Chat, it says completing the survey. It didn't say if you... Yeah, I agree that we should look at pattern recognition. I'm just saying, like chill out. Like, this is what it says. I thought it said something else.
this point, you go through the survey here. Of course, just pick non-binary and then go over and pick something like Pacific Islander or Native American or something like that, right? Because that's probably going to increase your chances of getting into the playtest. And that's the fault.
I think this is schizo posting. I'm gonna be real. This is a schizo post and a half. If we had evidence of this happening, I would probably be more inclined to agree, but I think this is a bit of a stretch. For surveys, I understand because they want to survey people. For a beta test, I think it's a bit of a stretch to have to include what kind of race and gender you are. You should just be able to apply to the beta test and say, hey, I want to play, I have this many hours, or I'm interested. It doesn't matter, but schizo posting and going and saying that it relates to race? I don't know yet. I don't know. I need to see it happening.
Of Battlefield here for
There's evidence of it happening. Harvard got in trouble for cutting out Asians in scholarships for being white adjacent. I forgot. Battlefield is Harvard. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1. You're completely right, chat.
for making it incentivized to select something that would make you diverse, because it might increase your chances of getting into the playtest, which ultimately just messes up the information anyways. Like, if you see someone who's selecting certain features or ways to represent themselves, it might not actually reflect that population. This whole thing is an invasive mess.
I think it's stupid that they included this in a beta testing. I do. I really, truly do. I don't think this is relevant. If anything, they should be taking into account how many hours you have in Battlefield, and like maybe it makes you log into Steam or something. I don't freaking know how it works. Just something to accrue your gaming time, or like look at what games you play and vet you that way maybe. I remember for the Steam what is it called? What's that shooter? God. Oh, Deadlock. I got into Deadlock. I didn't really play it for more than like an hour, but it's because I played a lot on Steam. I think that's probably why they pick you.
And again, we're seeing this garbage continuing, and you can't just have regular play testing, right? You can't just have anyone do it. You have to have a very diverse group of gamers do it. Now let's move on to the next part of this video right here. So
Classic.
Civ 7 came out and it's been shaky to say.
It's always ass. Civ's launches have always been dog shit. I will play devil's advocate. Yeah. Every single one. However, Civ 7's UI is egregiously bad. I've played like 3 hours total. So that's how much I got to play in the last like 2 to 3 days. Yeah, I don't know. It's not great.
To the least. You can see right now 61,000 in-game players.
I don't like the
which
new UI.
I guess is decent. It's not a complete disaster, but it's probably underwhelming in the grand scheme of things. But what's really eyebrow-raising is the 43% Steam rating. 43% for what is a very popular franchise and one that people are really dedicated.
Civ 6 had horrible reviews at launch as well. I don't know. Ever since 2K came into like this over massive let's pump out more Civs games publishing kind of like consumerist agenda, I think it's just it's so bad. Civ 5 is the best one. Yep, I agree. That's the one I like the most. Civ 6, like the expansion made it a little bit better, but it wasn't great.
Towards, but based on what we've seen over the past couple of editions of this franchise, people have lost continuing faith in this game, and you can see the price tag on this is crazy. You can go for the $70 option, or you can get.
I hate early access so fucking much. I really truly do. I really hate it. Really hate it. Early access, $130. What are we doing, man?
The deluxe edition for $100, or you can get the founders edition for a cool $130.
Yikes.
Boy howdy, can I not wait for GTA 6 to come out and raise all these prices even higher, because they're going to set a new standard with their price.
Baldur's Gate really need the early access though? I kind of disagree. I think that early access is not good for gaming. As much as I like Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think that early access is a good... It's not a good indicator. There's a lot of bugs and it can also put people off, like the customers can be put off of the game in its state. Early access is also cheaper than the final product. I just don't think it's a good idea. Why would I... Like, if you think about it, why would I go to a restaurant before the food's ready? Like, what are they gonna hand me, like, a half-baked potato? That's gonna suck. Like, I don't know. It's just gonna put me off. Even if the baked potato, the fully baked one that I eventually will get is just... Is this pretty good? Yeah, it's usually not great. Also bad for catfishing. The patch before the final release. Yeah, they do change a lot, but my point is, like, the customer gets early access. They see there's a pretty decent amount of bugs, and it leaves a bad impression. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't think early access is great.
I'm almost sure of it. So what's going on? Why are people so angry at Civ 7? Well, I'm hearing there's a lot of disjointed and just wacky stuff in the game. I heard from someone that at one point, Harriet Tubman is presented in the game as a general, which is just, huh? If that's true.
They are running out of ideas, chat. They are definitely running out of ideas. Not like a cultural movement. Why did they put Harriet Tubman for, like, culture or something? Why a general? Did Harriet Tubman, like, engage in wars? I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing something. My American history isn't amazing or anything, but still.
That is one of the weirdest things I've heard. That is definitely rewriting history, and that's not really a recommended thing for a Civ game. But anyways...
Again, chat corrected me, and I looked it up. I play Civ. She's not a general, she's a leader.
We're going to move on to the final topic of today's video. So the other day we talked about this inside information.
Like, egregious game price aside, which has started since Civ 6, I think the pre-order was like $120 before. That's why people are pissed. It's just not worth the fucking money. Shonda was pissed by the game. I saw her playing it yesterday for like 8 hours.
From Craig here, where his Retail Insider is showing some trends in their 800 plus stores. And we talked about AC Shadows, but today I want to talk quickly about Avowed. So you can see Avowed right now. Xbox pre-orders, 167. 36 of which are canceled. This game comes out in like a week.
These are such small sample sizes, to be fair. I don't know if I could take this at face value. I'd have to compare this to other games when they're about to come out. Yeah.
Ooh, for a AAA release, these pre-order numbers look abysmal. But if you've looked at this game and also the
My Retail Insider has some... What does this even mean? Like, I like Craig. Hold on. Like, I like Craig. He's fine. I'm just saying, where's the sample size for it? 800 plus I wouldn't consider small. What? How many Best Buys exist in the US? How many? 1,000? Okay. I don't know what kind of stores they are, but 800 because it's not only Best Buy pre-ordering. Yeah, it's not just Best Buy. You wouldn't even be able to take a sample size like that. Maybe it's just like random little game stores that sell and pre-order games. There's also GameStop. Where else do you pre-order games? I haven't pre-ordered a game from a physical store in a long time. Pretty sure his insider is at GameStop. I'd have to see it. I don't know.
Wackadoos associated with this game in its studio. It's not surprising to see absolutely no hype on this. And to make matters worse, as has been pointed out, the Avowed Premium Edition is $95.
It doesn't come with a disc. Oh, here we go. Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, Target, Walmart. Okay. So I don't know, man. A physical copy of Avowed Premium Edition is your only option? Bro, I'm starting to think that GTA 6 is actually going to cost $100. This is Premium Edition without the disc involved.
Guess what? It doesn't come with a disc.
It's gonna be
that's right.
$100, chat.
K-Pig, you're gonna give them $95, and you're not even gonna get a physical disc. And you're gonna like it, and you're gonna keep consuming. Like, are we off our rockers here? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. A lot of different topics. So as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Ew, why is Rev in my Twitch feed? Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Why do you type in my fucking chat, dude? First time chatter. Ew, why is Rev in my Twitch feed? Because we're fucking watching a video, you dumb fucking... Man, I was gonna rip a slur. I hate that so much. Why do you click on something and then feel the urge to write? Ew, there's Smuggalana on my screen. Then why'd you come into the stream? Anyway, even if you don't like them, who gives a fuck? Don't fucking watch it. Anyway. Chat, I am fucking pissed. I'm pissed! GTA 6 for $100!